like, I don't know if they actually like go all the way, but I'm pretty sure there is kissing and all kinds of romance involved, and then they realize that they're related. It's just so weird. I never particularly enjoyed in the show when I was watching, like, getting to learn about her dad. I don't really like that. Most of my enjoyment came from the friendship group that they formed, like her actually learning the world, just us existing in the world, and them going on different missions, and then the sidekick characters are like more enjoyable to me. There's a human sidekick, Clary's like best friend. He kind of gets like hot and ripped towards the end of the end of the show, and it's just like yeah, it's a great time. It's very fun. Guess what I got? Oh my god. I am so excited to be holding this book, you guys. I've been waiting for this damn book for a year. Ever since I finished The Stolen Heir, I think it was the beginning of last year. I've been waiting for this to come out in paperback because all my other books are in paperback, and I just enjoy this way of reading way more. It's convenient. It's just, it's not gonna ruin the vibe, okay, on my bookshelf. And it's here. So this is The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black, and it is the second book in the duology that is about the brother of our original main character. So, if you don't know about the series, let me give you a quick TLDR about what it is. So, in this world, we are in Elfheim. This is like a magical land, kind of like, imagine like going to it through a portal. I don't really know if they actually like describe how you get there. I probably forgot, but imagine there's an underworld or another world accessible through a portal, and it's the magical fairyland. This is Elfheim. There's all kinds of creatures here. They are not particularly like beautiful looking, all of them. Especially like the main love interest is like kind of weird, like he has like hooves and stuff. However, our main character is human, so she's not magical. So from the first book, she is, we're told how she's growing up. She's, very strong. She learns how to use the sword to protect herself. She's like ingesting all these poisons so that her frail little human self is like strong and stuff. And she is actually in a family where the dad series if you want to check it out. But it always has like little like things at the back of the book that says what is in it, and it always has betrayal. So this is Heart, Betrayal, and Ice. It just has betrayal in it. In all of the books there's betrayal. So dramatic. Honestly, I feel like I need to skim read the first in the duology to like catch myself up to what like happened, because I like remember loosely, very loosely, like what happened, because it's been a whole year since I've read it, and I've read it so quickly because these books are so enjoyable, you guys. But yeah, this is my newest book. I'm so excited about it. I just got it. And then I actually started is very passionate about this subject in general, and I didn't know about it, so he is raising a lot of awareness. Tuberculosis is a curable disease. However, over 1 million people die from it each year, and it is a disease that has shaped a lot of history from, like, it's a vast array of things, and it's turned into this disease that's associated with poverty, with being dirty. And he explains how it went from, like, its origins to now brilliantly. Also, throughout this explanation of the disease's origins, the cure, the different ways of people like thinking about treating it and things like that, he also tells the story of Henry, who is a person with TB, and he tells his story. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, and I'm not going to spoil anything because I haven't read the book. Like, I haven't finished it, so I don't know how Henry's story finishes, but there are very heartbreaking stories in here that could have been so avoidable as well, but also like stories from the past. But it's just a beautiful book. He is also